5 games to go of the league campaign, and a lot of games in hand have been caught up by the other sides. So Leicester have played their 3 games in hand, a lot of the teams above us have played their games as well. And I'm going to leave this intro to say, if things stay the way they are, Wolves will be in a Europa League place. But that's with 5 games to go, and we've got to play those 5 games. So 2 of those games will be coming up today as Wolves take on Newcastle and a small club from Manchester with a lot of money called Manchester City. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 8 of the FM21 Wolves Beta Save. There's your league table, there's your confirmation. If things stay the way they are, we will secure 6th place in the league, which is the goal of this season, is to get to 6th place. Let's be fair, we're not getting Champions League. It's not going to happen. We're like 9 points away with 5 games to go. It's not going to happen. But Leicester have dropped a lot of points in their games in hand, which has opened the door for us to clinch that 6th place finish. And I'll show you the games that you've missed out on since you last left us. And we did lose to Man City 3-1 in the away game in the league. It wasn't pretty. We took the lead through a penalty. And then the second half, and especially, they scored 2 late goals at the end, which kicked the stuffing right out of us. But we did bounce back with a good win against Spurs at home. Adama Traore, from a Spurs corner, rushed up the field to score a goal, and we did hold on for that 1-0 win. But then we did drop points. We did lose to Burnley with a 2nd-minute penalty, and our XG was a lot higher than Burnley's, but we just could not get any goals in. So that was drop points, if I ever seen it. But we did come back to beat Brighton 2-1 in the latest game with Vinicius Jr., our new striker, now that Raul Jimenez is injured, and Dendenecker with another long-range goal. So we've got Newcastle and Man City coming up today. We've got Burnley and Spurs coming up in the last episode on Friday. So it's all to play for, and hopefully we can get that 6th place finish. So let's kick things off with that game against Newcastle. And this is going to be the lineup. We've got Rui Patricio in goal, Aït-Nouri, Saiss, Bowley and Semedo at the back, Dendenecker and Neves in the middle, with Neres, Moutinho and Traore. Vinicius Jr., he scored 1 goal since being a striker, but very much a makeshift striker. And what I didn't realise was that Raul Jimenez is the Premier League top goal scorer this season. And he's out. He's out for the rest of the season. So that's a shame, but Vinicius Juniors have to hold on to that. So we've had a bit of an injury crisis on the wing. So we did get an injury to Devon Neres. We got an injury to Ferran Torres. So both players have just about passed fitness tests. So I have to keep an eye on the wingers in these 2 games coming up. But the Newcastle game, I really want us to get a win because Man City at home is not going to be easy. And I pretty much expect us to drop points there. So we do really need to get the win here against Newcastle. I'm going to point the finger. I'm going to give them a bit of I have faith in you. Go out there, make the difference. Few of the players looking motivated, looking inspired, as we really do need to get a result at Newcastle. So first game of the day, can we get that win and hopefully propel us to that Europa League place? Throw in, Semedo, long ball to try and find Traore, but it's cleared away and Newcastle on the break. Ryan Fraser, he's coming up, he's got defenders ahead of him, he's got a lot of work to do, and we don't close down very well. And St. Maximum now, he's working his way into the box, dances round the defender, it's an easy goal for Newcastle. It's tipped by Rui Patricio and Ryan Fraser just taps it in. Easiest goal, 1-0 Newcastle, and we haven't been the best away from home. We really haven't. We lost to Burnley away from home, we're losing to Newcastle away from home. We got dicked by all the big sides away from home. So on our travels, we do struggle, but we need to find a way back into this game. João Moutinho puts it into the box, headed by Saiss, and there's the equaliser. Romain Saiss gets the equaliser from centre-back, and that was the injection we needed to get back into this game. Good free kick from Martinho, puts it in. Saiss, with a header, gets it over the keeper. 1-1, we're back in the game. Free kick to Newcastle, Ryan Fraser, the goal scorer, finds Clark. Kieran Clark's just made it 2-1. And again, another cheap goal we've given away there from a free kick. Come on, boys. Where was the players? Where were they? Clark was totally unmarked. And Patricio should have done better. And just as we come back into the game, they've got ahead again. 2-1 to Newcastle. They've just scored their second goal, and Wolves need to pull themselves back into this game again as Ryan Fraser, running the show, finds St. Maximin, beats his man, it's the top corner. It's 3-1 to Newcastle. Oh, we've just been blown away, yeah? We've just been blown away. It's 3-1. They've just scored 2 quick-fire goals. Ryan Fraser again involved. St. Maximin beats the defender, smashes it top corner. We are sinking without a trace. Half-time, yeah. 3-1's the score. If we look at the XG story, can't really see very well because the black isn't that best to see. And yeah, it's not good news. We really are underperforming here. I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm far from pleased from what I just saw in this team. And we are having a few underperforming players. Ruben Neves, one of them, on a yellow card. We're going to bring Vitor Ferreira on for him. Clearly what we're doing is not working, so we need to go a little bit more attacking. We're going to take long balls to playmaker. Try and get a bit more direct. Can we go a bit more direct? Yes, we can. So we're going to go a bit more direct. Start the second half. We need a monstrous comeback. And Shelvey almost scored from a free kick. Throw in to Newcastle. Manquillo. St. Maximin, he's had a brilliant goal today. Newcastle have outperformed us all game as St. Maximin tries to get a ball in the box, cleared away. But Hayden, back to Lewis, he's on his own. Tomatoes finally made his way back. Oh, it's actually Traore. They just made back and they just go for screamers. I've just shouted demand more because all the highlights are for Newcastle. We're just not holding on to the ball. As Saiss heads it away, Dendenecker pumps it to find Vinicius, but we don't get there. That's a cheap ball, and it's a long ball to Gray, and Gray's just put it in to make it 4-1 to Newcastle. Leicester are going to take advantage of this. This is the problem. Leicester are going to take advantage from this victory. And look at this, it's a long ball. The defence is napping. Damari Gray puts it in. It's 4-1. Game over. Jonjo Shelvey on the ball. Newcastle are playing this out for fun at the moment as Almiron's just beat the defence so easily and Patricio's forced to make the save. We're away from home. We're away from home. At home, we could beat everyone. We could beat everybody at home. We've beaten Liverpool at home. We've beaten Man United at home. We could beat anyone. But away from home, we've lost to Sheffield United. We've lost to Newcastle. We've lost to Burnley. We're just not a very good travelling side. Throw in. Lascelles to Manquillo. It's like every chance starts with a throw to Newcastle. And then they just get bodies forward. And Altnori does intercept. Right, come on, Wolves. Put some respect on your names. You're a better side than this. As David Neres finds Vinicius Jr. Blocked shot. Why did you take a shot? There was like 6 players ahead of you. As Willy Bowley comes to the right-hand side. That's got a good ball to Semedo. Semedo, can he find a player? Does find David Neres. And we've got to go back. It's 4-2. Comebacks on. Potentially. Probably not. But it's a goal. We've scored a goal. It's a good ball. Semedo does well here. And Bowley did well to find him with a pass. It's a shot into the box. 4-2. Do we make some changes? And the answer to that is yes, we're going to make some changes. So a lot of players are quite tired. Who have I got to bring on though? So Ferran Torres can come on. I should bring him on for David Neres. But I'm going to bring him on for Traore. He's on a 6.4. And we'll swap them over. So Torres on the left, David Neres on the right. And we've got either Aitnor, well, a lot of tired players. Dendenecker, you can come off. We'll move Seiss up to midfield. We'll bring on Duarte. And I think we're going to go a lot more direct. Stop playing out the back. We're going to go very attacking. It's the last roll of the dice. 10 minutes to go. Can we find at least 2 goals? Newcastle, again from the throw. It just starts from throws. Everything starts from throws. St. Maximin beats his man. Finds Manquillo. Gray gets a shot in. Blocked again. And one thing I can say is that Newcastle do deserve this win. They've had a lot of shots on us. They've had a very good game at home for them. And they've just scored again. Sean Longstaff's got the goal. 5-2. So that little mini comeback is now over. Forget about it. But, this is the game we needed to win. We got Man City next. This is the game we needed to win. Sean Longstaff gets a goal. 5 goals for Newcastle today. They deserve it. Full time, it's going to be 5-2 to Newcastle. And that was an eye-opener. I mean, look at the XG story. Don't get me wrong, we had a 1.74, but a very dominant performance from Newcastle. They more than deserve what they've done, and I'm going to throw... Do I throw the water bottle? No, I'll thrash my arms. Not a good performance, and that result could cost us a Europa League place. Leicester and Chelsea drew, so we do hang on to that Europa League spot, but Leicester now only 2 points behind with a game in hand. Not good news. But let's see how that pans out. Europa League. Oh, there we go. So there's the confirmation that the Europa Conference League place will go to the league because Liverpool will be qualifying for the Champions League. And what that means is that 7th place will get a Europa League Conference 2 place. So we will be in Europe next season, I think, because we're not going to be caught by 8th place Everton. But we want that 6th place. That is the goal. That is what we're aiming for. So we're going to come back for the home game against Manchester City. And I think needless to say, we need something from that game. I'm in the middle of a very interesting conversation. So you remember Johnny? And if you don't, I'll show you Johnny. Now, Johnny was the player where, when we took over the club, he had a long-term injury. He was out for 9 months. So we never registered him from the squad. He's only just come back to fitness, but we can't play him because we haven't registered him for the Premier League squad. Because he was taking up a spot that we were never going to use. So he's now back from injury. But now he wants to move to a bigger club. We've never played him. I think I've outgrown the club. I would like to be placed on the transfer list. Well, to be honest, I've never played you. So, you can go if you want. I mean, I'll try and convince him. But I'm going to say, what would it take to keep you? Nothing's going to keep me here, I'm afraid. I've made my mind up and I want to leave. Fine. You go then. You go. Absolutely. Happy days. You go. That's fine, but we need to discuss how much you'll be hoping to get for me. I don't want to be priced out of a move. It's okay. So let's have a look. So let's choose a value. So he's worth 30 mil. So if we did go on for another season, we could get a lot of money for him. So 35 mil. Yep, cool. He's happy with that. There we are. So Johnny, the player that was injured, that we never played, is going to be sold next season. Happy days. Big game against Manchester City. We need to bounce back after that loss against Newcastle. Ferran Torres cannot play against his parent club, so we've had to mix things up a little bit in the squad. We've put Vinicius Jr. back on the left as he's not really doing it as a striker. So we're going to put Neto up front. We're going to give him a go. And what promises me a little bit is that Raul Jimenez he's back in the rehabilitation process. So we might get him back for the last 2 games of the season. I really hope so. He was the league's top goal scorer. We need him because we haven't been scoring that many goals. So Cody's back in the squad. He comes in back for centre-back. Team's pretty much the same. Vinicius back on the left. David Neres goes back on the right. Martinho, Neto's going to be up front. We're going balanced gegenpress. We don't want to, like I say, we've tried going defensive against big teams. It doesn't work. We'd normally do well against teams at home. So we're going to start off balanced, see how the game goes, and maybe work our way back into the game. So I'm going to, let's show the world what we're all about. The team are motivated. And it's a big, big game. Manchester City against Wolves at home at Molineux. We need to bounce back, because if we lose this, I don't think we're going to get 6th. Man City get the first highlight as Vertut finds Rodrigo. Dendeneck, a bit of a rash challenge there, but they don't get the ball from it as he loses out again. But Martinho, we've got the ball back now, get players forward. Vinicius Jr. back on the left today. Can he find a play? He's going all the way himself, finds David Neres, the new signing we signed in the summer, as Phil Foden for Man City. Very back and forth, but can we close him down? He's got a lot of room to run into. Phil Foden's done well. He's gone a lot higher up the pitch than where he started. But Neves does make that important tackle. We now need to get the ball upfield. Well, upfield to a Wolves player, ideally. As Gabriel Jesus to Nathan Ake. It's a long highlight. And Sergio Aguero, gets the first goal. It was a long highlight. I knew it was coming. I could smell it. And that's the one thing with Football Manager, you can smell a goal. You know when a goal's going to come. As Jesus squares it for Aguero, puts it in. Not a good start. It is Man City, I know, but not a good start at all. Coming up to half-time, very quiet game, but it's been a very even game. Man City have only just gone ahead of us on the XG, so I think, they're there for the taking. So I'm going to give them a bit of a point of the finger. Some of you will be keen to avenge what happened against Manchester City last time out. We're going to go positive. The Neto experiment isn't working out. David Neres is on a 6.3 and he's on a buck-in. I can't risk bringing Adama Traore on. So we're going to have to keep it like that for now. Can we find an equaliser? Ruben Neves, free kick. Puts it in the box. Martinho! Off the crossbar. Closest we've come so far. Ait Nori to João Martinho. Gets a long ball out to Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves! Ruben Neves! Gets the goal! There's an equaliser. First goal of the season for him. And what a time to find it. What a time. Wolves get an equaliser. João Martinho floats it out to Ruben Neves. He takes his time. It's a low drive in the corner. What a goal from the midfielder. 1-1. 70th minute, it's still 1-1. Time to make some changes. And Martinho's tired, but he's our best, well, apart from Ruben Neves, he's our best player, 7.5. We've got David Neres still, 6.4. I'm going to bring Nico Williams on for him. We're going to swap. We're going to bring the right back to play right wing. Do I move Vinicius Jr.? I'll swap them over. See if they do better the other way round. But keeping things the same, 1-1. Is there a goal left for us in this game? 85 minutes. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to bring on Adama Traore. But who am I going to bring off for him? That's the question. We'll bring off João Martinho. We'll move Neto to attack in mid. We'll move Traore as the inside forward on the left. I know he's injured, but we're going to bring him on. We've got one more sub to make. Dendenecker's tired, so we're going to bring Connor Cody into the midfield. We're going to bring on Romain Saiss from the bench. We're going to go more direct. We're going to pump it upfield. We're going to go long ball. We're going to distribute over the defence. We're going to push them up. We're going to look for that winner that we desperately, desperately need. Can we find it? Can we get the winner? The answer's no. No, we can't. So it's 1-1. We didn't lose. And this is it. Against the top teams, we do well at home. We really do well. But unlucky. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't our day. But out of 2 games, out of a potential 6 points, West Brom beat Leicester though. That's a huge result. That's a very, very big result. West Brom have done us a favour. as they've got the win over Leicester, and it looks like it's going down to the wire. Wolves held to draw. David Neres, or Ruben Neves rather, not David Neres. I keep on saying David and David, but I'm going to say you were superb in front of goal. And what that means for the league table, I'll bring it up in full, is that we are, with 3 games to go, 3 points clear of Leicester, but they have the game in hand, and they have a better goal difference than us as well. So that doesn't go in our favour. But we got 3 games. We're not going to get Champions League. We're 10 points away. Not going to happen. Mathematically, it's not going to happen. But we have the chance to secure 6th place. And I think going into the last episode of this series, we were going to go for a couple of seasons, but with the main game coming out, we are going to limit it just to 1 season for the beta. We're going to play Aston Villa off camera, and we're going to come back for Burnley at home. We're going to try and get revenge for that 1-0 loss we got earlier in the season. But then we've got Spurs away. That's a hard game. That's a hard game, last game of the season. I know they're underperforming. They're in 14th place. Very much underperforming. But we got to get something from that game. Who's Leicester got? Who's Leicester got in their last few games of the season? Let's have a look. So Leicester, where have they? So they've got... Oh, no, they've got 3 tricky games. Arsenal, Liverpool twice, and Crystal Palace on the last game of the season. They've got a tricky run of games as well. It's going down to the wire. It is going down to the wire. So the last episode coming out next time. Can Wolves secure 6th place? It's between us and Leicester. It could be either of us. You've got to tune in next time to find out. But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2021 content, as we will be uploading the final episode of the Wolves beta on Friday, 6 PM GMT. It's going to happen. Us or Leicester? Who's it gonna be? Tune in next time for the confirmation. Thank you very much for watching.